When you think about being more aware of your surroundings, you are probably going to associate that with your sight, seeing what's in your environment. While your sight plays a large role in observing your environment or establishing a baseline, almost all of your other senses can have significant impacts on your observations. Remember that it's important to be in a relaxed state of calm when observing your environment. If you're the one looking around, looking over your shoulder nervously, you're going to draw attention to yourself, and other people may think you are acting suspicious. The term relaxed alert is often used, and a great example of that state is when you're driving a vehicle. You're aware of the other vehicles around you, but you're not constantly looking at every vehicle, wondering if it's going to crash into you. So the first sense we're going to talk about is sight. Sight is important because it's what you typically associate with observing. You can see someone's facial expressions. You can read their body language. You can see if they have something in their hands or that they're trying to conceal. You can look for the nearest exits in buildings, and you can read signs that give warnings or information on your surroundings. If you would take an informal poll of your friends, I'm betting most would say they would rather lose their hearing instead of their sight. But here's the thing. You hear faster than you see, so everything you perceive with your ears is coloring every other perception you have. The quickness and sharpness of your hearing evolved from its survival advantage. At night, your sight is greatly diminished or completely fails you, and you can't see anything beyond your field of vision. But your ears can still hear in the dark. They can hear around corners and things happening in rooms next door to build a mental picture of what's going on. You are surrounded by noises every day. Your ears can be listening to tons of sounds in your environment without your brain really hearing them. You can tune into more sounds than you usually hear by concentrating and trying to distinguish the noises you're usually earblind to. You've probably been at a social gathering and in the middle of a conversation with someone, you suddenly hear someone else mention your name from across the room. You probably focused on their voice to try and hear what they were saying about you. The next time you have a few minutes, see how many different noises you can hear in your environment. Maybe it's the birds chirping if you're outside. Maybe it's the sound of an espresso machine at a coffee shop. Maybe it's a conversation at the table next to you. Practice using your hearing to tell you what's going on around you. The next sense I'm going to talk about is smell. While both animals and humans process smell in automatic ways, like when the smell of freshly baked cookies hits you, your tummy may instinctively rumble. Human smell is in one way superior to the animal variety. You have the ability to consciously analyze smells and interpret what they might mean. The smell of alcohol on someone's breath might tell you it would be a waste of time to try and explain why you're not interested in having a conversation. You just need to walk away. You may smell cigarette smoke when you're walking down a sidewalk, which would tell you someone else is there. You've been taught to exit a building immediately if you smell gas. Think about the other insights your sense of smell can tell you. Lastly, the sense of touch. Now, touch is not something you may think of when it comes to situational awareness, but similar to hearing, when your vision is greatly diminished, touch can give you other important details. If you are attacked in the dark, you can feel facial hair, the length or style of hair, and the type of material a person's clothing is made from. Any details you can collect tell you an important story. So to recap, when you're observing your environment, remind yourself to take in more than you usually do. Intentionally look for details you might ordinarily miss. Take note of unique features in the landscape, what people are wearing, sounds, smells, whatever is in your environment. And remember to stay in that relaxed, alert state.